what Arlene Ray wrote after his leadership bid. I've written about as well in the Globe. She was standing and there was a liberal guy, Muslim, behind her saying, you know, his wife is a Jew.
Right.
In the Liberal Party convention.
Right.
We had groups working against Bob Rae simply because his wife was Jewish. And they said, we have to defeat him. I was there at that convention. They're organized. I'll give you another example of a Toronto area, not a Toronto area, a cabinet minister in Mr. Harper's cabinet. We find out that the guy who volunteers as his driver, volunteer driver in Toronto area, works for the Pakistan ISI through the embassy here. He just joined the Conservative Party.
Wow.
So we've got serious problems in, essentially, the key problem is white guilt, and it goes right across. There is a belief that we've done something wrong, that the only way to be good is to hate yourself, to hate the civilization. Why have we got everything right? Why do we have parking spaces for the disabled? We must be evil. Why do we pay for Medicare? We are selfish. Why do we have seniors' pension? Why do we have right of way? Why do we vote without a brawl? We must be bad people. And if there is no pride in 400 years of Western civilization, not just 400 years, Aristotle was also European. He didn't come from the Ming dynasty.
Well, if you are in African American studies at a university, then somehow you cook it that all the ancient Greeks were black. That's the beauty of identity politics. You could go back in history and alter everybody to be who you are. For example, I've had a Lebanese guy, write to me and say, you know that before Darwin, and then he tries to argue that all the theory of evolution was some Muslim guy who had discovered it. So there's a real cancer in identity politics.
Yeah.
Because you always try to alter history so that your favorite team wins at the end, right? It's grotesque.
Without being able to discuss religion in a scientific way, you can't have a rational discussion. So I bring it all the time, that if you want to read the Quran, put it in the chronological order. You can't say the first word was Iqra, but then you look in the Quran and it's not there. Oh, you look at page 745. What? Why isn't it on page 1? Right. They don't know. Oh, you can't talk about it. I was on an Indian television discussion and the guy simply said, well, who called you a Muslim? I said, my mom. I mean, who called you a Muslim?
Oh, because he's saying that you're no true Muslim, right?
You're no true Muslim.
Right.
Or just because I read the Quran, I tell you can turn around. I have 18 copies of the Quran of every translation. And by the way, no Arab ever translated the Quran in any language. And you know why? They don't even consider us as Muslims. Ibn Taymiyyah, what's his name?
One of the caliphs, or
Ibn Taymiyyah.
Yeah.
Ibn Taymiyyah in the 14th century, was it 13?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He realized, the Tartars and the Central Asians have kicked the butt out of the Arabs, and they don't have sovereignty anywhere. It's the Turks, the Persians, and the Mughals. What do we have? He said, well, you don't need to be anywhere. You're superior. So if a non-Arab Muslim today says that he's equal to an Arab, he's committing or she's committing an act of sin.